Welcome to episode 44 Band Fights. I'm Eddie, joined by
Warts
and
B-Mac.
And we've got another great show for episode 44 here, but first let's just go over how the whole thing works. We take each band's top 5 on Spotify. We match up song 1 versus song 1, song 2 versus song 2, and so on for 5 songs. Our panelist will then pick the best song in each matchup to determine the point. The first band to amass 3 points will be declared the winner and move on in the tournament. We will provide links to the songs in the description of the YouTube video. We have also set up Spotify playlists so you can play along at home. Simply search for Idiot on Spotify. Click the profile and then access the playlist for the episode you are listening to. You can then switch back and forth seamlessly between the two programs, and you will be listening to the exact same versions that we did when we made our decisions. Don't forget, visit www.bandfights.com for past matchups and other bracket information. So today's matchup, we got Sloan versus the Byrds. This is a really interesting matchup. We all might be more familiar with Sloan than the Byrds.
Well, that's Canadians anyways.
Yeah, right? It's Canadian. Sloan is if you're watching this from anywhere else in the world, you're probably thinking, who the hell is Sloan? They're an awesome Canadian band from out east, the eastern part of Canada. They're great. B-Mac, you have any thoughts of this?
I really like Sloan.
Yeah.
They got probably a good 10 songs that I would play all the time.
Yeah.
The Byrds, we'll see.
Oh, they're they're a classic rock band of classic rock bands. They're amazing.
It's going to be a clash of eras, I think.
For sure.
I think we're gonna when I think of the Byrds, I can see the first song here and but I don't identify them with like specific songs. I know I'm going to know probably every single song.
Yeah.
Because you know that they're like, classic kind of oldies rock kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sloan's like, what are they, like 90s kind of coming out of grunge. They're not grunge, but they're
I remember they got their big hit on Much Music's Big Shiny Tunes, like 1994.
Underwhelmed, probably.
Yeah.
No, it was Money City Maniacs.
Yeah, this Money City Maniacs.
Yeah,
song.
that
they're kind of like
was on Big Shiny Tunes, and I think that was their real real launch pad for them.
They're like the hip light. Like they're not like tragically hip, but they kind of have a little bit of that feel with a little bit more, I don't know.
Yeah,
energy or whatever you want to call it.
Like they're like if you took Tragically Hip and 5440 and smashed them together.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah.
Like you get that same. Sloan, they rely a little more on like harmonies, which is kind of ironic. So the Byrds do as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a very harmony heavy matchup for sure. So yeah, I mean the Byrds. We've had a couple oldies bands on and they haven't gotten through. This might be the one. The Byrds might be the ones to get through because I have a real soft spot for those real oldies bands like the early 60s and late 50s bands. I love them, and the Byrds are right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. So song 1 for Sloan, Money City Maniacs, and for the Byrds, Turn, Turn, Turn. That was a tough one. That was a real tough one.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Still calculating.
Ongoing.
Well, I guess I'll go first then, because I have my decision in. I'm voting for the Byrds on this one. It's a tough one, though. Money City Maniacs is such a great song. So catchy. The chorus with the wah pedal, amazing. But just the opening to Turn, Turn, Turn with that 12-string guitar, like just instrumentally is amazing. And the harmonies and just what that song means to rock and roll history It gets my vote. BMAC?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to concur.
Yeah.
The guitar work was
Oh, you took the pressure off, Greg.
so intricate, and yeah, Sloan Money City Maniacs is a great song.
Yeah, it's a tough one, really.
I mean, I think Sloan should be more popular than they are.
Yeah,
like
I
I feel
agree.
like they're kind of like just secret for Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the hip.
Kind of like the hip,
but
like-
but less.
yeah. But yeah, the Byrds on this one for sure.
Yeah. Greg, no pressure
My
on
vote
you.
doesn't matter, and I still don't know what to do. Man, they're just so like okay. So when you said Sloan, Money City Maniacs by far is my favorite song from them. Although I guess we'll hear and see. Like I just love that song. I don't even know what to say. I guess maybe historically, you know what? No, let me vote for Money City Maniacs because you guys didn't.
Okay. Give them some love.
I guess
Give that song some love.
since it doesn't matter, is that like that's a cowardly way out?
It
eh?
is a cowardly-
I know.
You're Trudeau hiding in your hiding out in the country.
Hiding from the truckers.
Hiding from the truckers.
Oh, man.
The scary truckers are coming.
Because turn. Like everything about that song is just like if you like listen to the lyrics and it's a nice perspective on life and it's just like a beautiful song.
And just and appreciating its place in rock and roll history.
Right.
Where Money City Maniacs, it was on Big Shiny Tunes, but
That's fair enough.
But it's a great song.
Yeah.
Like it. At the same time, if you're at the light and you're cranking a song, it's Money City Maniacs, right?
That's correct.
And
But if I'm on a desert island,
or even if you had to go, okay, you got to listen to one of those two songs again right now. Which one would you pick?
depends on my mood.
That's a.
Do I
it is a
do I want to reflect on life, or do I just
Yeah.
want to like enjoy the moment?
Yeah,
Well, that's how music is.
I know.
Depending on your mood.
Yeah.
depending
might
on your
be-
emotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
So
you might be up for a heart ballad, or you
You
might be up for
a-
Ted Nugent,
Yeah.
or
Ted Nugent, he's got some words of wisdom in
You-
there.
you choose the right music, it enhances your
Yeah.
how you're feeling.
Here I come
Yeah.
again, baby, like a dog in heat. Like
Yeah,
that's
there
some.
That's some. You never know when you're a dog in heat. If Ted Nugent met Ann Wilson on a, wow, that'd be crazy.
Refer to the previous show if you don't know what we're talking.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Or don't.
I don't know. Like I could go either way, so we'll just leave it.
Okay,
I
so
thought you voted already.
I did, but
You
I
did,
want to.
but
I
he's-
don't know. I'm like flip flopping, so it's a hard one. But we don't need to belabor the point.
all
So,
right. So the Byrds take song one. They're up
Yeah.
1-0 in the matchup. We're gonna move on to song number 2. Song number 2 for Sloan, it's going to be "The Rest of My Life," and for the Byrds, "Mr. Tambourine Man." The Byrds already up 1-0. Can Sloan make the comeback? I'll go first because I don't think they can. "Mr. Tambourine Man" is again another like uber classic song. The guitar work in that song, it just right off the opening riff, it just hooks you in, and the harmonies in the chorus are amazing. Yeah, "Mr. Tambourine." The Rest of My Life, it's okay. It's not my favorite Sloan song. So, Warts.
Yeah. Not as difficult this time. Mr. Tambourine Man, another kind of classic. It sounds a lot like Turn, 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 but it's kind of different feel to it. And The Rest of My Life, nothing wrong with that song. Just doesn't quite grab your attention like
Yeah.
Money City Maniacs does. So my vote goes for
It doesn't have a great riff to it. It's a decent song.
Yeah,
but
there's
no
nothing to-
there's no hook.
nothing to pull you in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hook is a good term,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
B-Mac?
Yeah, it's going to be a clean sweep here. Mr. Tambourine Man is right up there with Turn, Turn, Turn.
Yeah.
Like, it's an all-time classic song.
Yeah.
And that's really wasn't Sloan's best song
No.
either to put up against it. So
Yeah. No, Sloan has other songs that can hang with that, but
And Mr. Tambourine Man brings back memories of Wild Bill. for
yeah,
me,
Wild
right?
Bill. Yeah, for
4-Degree
A
legend.
local 4-Degree legend.
That's right. That's right. Bands would play around. He'd show up with his tambourine and maracas.
Yeah,
he'd
and his
jo-
bucket, his tip bucket.
And his tip bucket, right, because
Nice.
he wasn't officially part of the band, but he
He
did.
would
perform.
stand off to the side just a little bit.
Do you remember his move though? The forward backwards.
Oh yeah. You'd get right into it. And
He's amazing. Love that guy.
I bought him a beer once.
Nice.
He's not here.
No.
He's
So is he gone? Has he died? Did you know? Have
No,
you heard?
I still see him around.
oh,
Really?
he's still
Oh, yeah.
around? Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
He's around the north end. Like
That-
you'll see him riding the trike.
That make that makes my day. So, all right, we're gonna move on to song number 3. So for song number 3 for Sloan, we've got Everything You've Done Wrong, and for the Byrds, You Ain't Going Nowhere. All right, Sloan is down 2-0. Can Sloan make a comeback? Everything You've Done Wrong, You Ain't Going Nowhere. Go ahead, B-Mac. You seem pretty
Yeah,
resolute.
this one's pretty easy for myself. I'm going with Sloan. Everything you've done right. No, everything you've done wrong. But they really did it right.
They did.
Because That song is solid, front to back, horn section, nice guitar solo. The Byrds song was okay. Like the musicianship was top notch, but
Yeah, it was a little too country.
yeah, had a little bit of twang at the beginning, which is not a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing either.
Twang
But-
versus horns. You're gonna go horns.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Sloan song.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. So, Greg, your vote doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't,
again.
but I will agree.
But yeah, it's You Ain't Going Nowhere. I didn't really enjoy that song. It's a real step down from the first two.
yeah.
Like, it's more of a country song than a rock song. And Everything You've Done Wrong is such a great song. Like Brad was saying, it's just like a nice, even, it's a head nodder, but it's so catchy. The other song, The Rest of My Life, didn't have a hook. This one had a hook, and it brought you right in.
Totally agree. We discussed it sound a little bit like Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago with
Yep.
the horns in there and that. So pretty cool. And yeah, I just like the way they do the harmonies in their songs too. They're good singers and it sounds really good. So my vote as well. So that's a sweep for that.
Yeah,
for that
so
round.
Sloan is on the board. It's 2-1 for the Byrds. And we're going on to song 4 to see if Sloan can send this to overtime.
Ooh, this is tough.
Sloan has The Other Man, and for the Byrds, 8 Miles High. All right, Sloan down 2-1. Can they stay alive? Wortman, can they stay alive?
I'm not going to help them.
Okay.
8 Miles High is that might be my favorite song of all of the Byrd songs so far. Psychedelic, just the guitar work is crazy in there, and just I don't know, I just love the way that song sounds. I didn't mind the other song, like for a ballad-ish kind of song. It's still a good song, and it's still kind of they've got extra elements in there that make it a better song than just kind of like a ballad, but not enough to swing me away from 8 Miles High.
B-Mac?
Yeah, I agree with Greg.
Oh, you just killed Sloan.
Yeah. As much as I love Sloan, and I do love Sloan, you got to go with the better song. So 8 Miles High for me.
Yeah, it's a sweep. 8 Miles High it's definitely my favorite Byrd song. Like that song, the chorus, and the psychedelic feel. Like I love psychedelic music. Like it's so
And it's
awesome.
psychedelic without any of the like extra like keyboards or anything in there. It's just on guitar.
Crazy
It's
guitar
cool how
work.
they do it. Yeah.
And the chorus is amazing. Like the harmonies on that.
Mhm.
8 miles high. Like just awesome. So yeah, Sloan is out, and the Byrds finally representing.
Sorry,
that.
Sloan.
Yeah,
Where's Underwhelmed? Where is it?
Yeah, don't. Well, we'll get.
Where's the
into-
good in every one?
We'll get that.
Yeah.
That might
We'll
be next,
get to that. We'll get to that.
Well, it's going to be too late when we get to that.
Yeah.
Well, but
So, All right, we'll see if Sloan can at least make this respectable. We'll move on to song number 5. So for Sloan, it's going to be The Good in Everyone, and for the Byrds, Wasn't Born to Follow. All right, well, the Byrds have already won this matchup. Let's see if Sloan can make it look like it was closer than it was. I'll go first because they are. The Good in Everyone's a great song. I really enjoyed Wasn't Born to Follow. Both songs were like, they felt super short.
Shorter, yeah. Than
Yeah,
the rest of them, yeah.
But The Good in Everyone, that drum beat at the beginning and the end is amazing. Wasn't Born to Follow, I wasn't too familiar with that song, but I really enjoyed it. It was good. It's definitely not a weakness for the Byrds going forward if it stays in their top 5. But yeah, for me, Sloan though. Words?
I'll take Sloan. I've always liked that song. I like the harmonies in it. It's just Sloan has some of their songs, they come up with these harmonies or these catches the way they sing it that make them really catchy. And I think that's what you see in like the Money City Maniacs and like The Good in Everyone. So yeah, I'll vote for this song for sure.
B-Mac?
Yep, same for myself. Good in Everyone.
Yeah.
Is probably a top 2 or 3 Sloan song.
Yeah.
Like the hook, the chorus is so catchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't familiar with the Bird song, but it was good as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a weakness for sure.
Yeah.
Like that song's really good. But yeah, The Good in Everyone, a little better.
Yeah, so make it interesting.
Yeah.
On paper, 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. The Byrds edged them out, even though it didn't come down to the last song. But
I'm really disappointed Underwhelmed wasn't in the top 5.
Well, and that's the thing with Sloan. Like if you're listening at home and you're not too familiar with Sloan, some of their best stuff is just not in the top 5. Like those.
A common theme with this tournament.
Yeah,
right?
like if you're checking out Sloan, check out She Means What She Says and Underwhelmed. If those 2 songs are in there, this is a much closer matchup. Maybe it swings the other way. Because She Means What She says is amazing instrumentally. Like musically, it's great. And Underwhelmed, that song is just lyric. I love the lyrics of that song. Like that song tells a story. So check those out. But
check out Sloan in general.
Yeah, check them out in general. They're great. Wirtz, you got it?
Yeah, they're kind of like everybody knows the Byrds and everybody knows those songs. Those are like heavy hitter kind of historic songs. But yeah, check out Sloan. Shout out to a Canadian band. They kind of fly under the radar, a little bit like the Tragically Hip, I guess, depending on where you are in the world. You know, they kind of some of these bands kind of make it down into like New York State a little bit because they're close to the border. But yeah, they're good bands and they have some cool stuff. So yeah, that was fun. But I think I don't know. I guess the right band kind of won out in the end, just kind of given the historical weight of what where they were.
Yeah, and we've had other bands of that era, and like the Turtles got absolutely stomped by whoever they.
I think I helped that happen.
Yeah,
they were stomped them.
Yeah, they were.
I flipped it over on its back and just left it.
Yeah, they got smoked, and they're a great band. And Buddy Holly too was another one that didn't make it by.
Who did Buddy Holly lose to?
Who did Buffalo Springfield? So Neil Young.
Yeah, so
all right.
Neil Young.
I can't be mad.
Neil Young keeps coming up today.
Yeah. I'm a little bit mad, but I can't be.
Bit. But yeah, I guess
I won't stay mad.
Buffalo Springfield is actually their contemporaries of the Byrds.
Yeah.
Right? You got Neil Young and Stephen Stills and and Crosby's in the Byrds. Obviously, that's where he started out. So yeah, I guess that one's kind of, you got 2 classic bands getting through or against each other, and one's going to get through.
Yeah.
But it's always a little frustrating that you don't get a band's best songs. You don't get a chance to really.
Well, we went through this with Alanis Morissette. Remember we did that? I don't remember who she was up against, but were. Oh, well, there you go.
So she had no chance.
Yeah, and she, like, I think going through that again, we realized kind of she had some really good songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's just kind of sometimes how the tournament falls.
Yeah.
Is that you don't always get the best matchup, so you can't move on, but
yeah.
Got to do what's right.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, I guess we'll bring this episode to a close. So this matchup, the Byrds get through. It's bracket D, so already passing through into round 2 in bracket D is the Cult, the Band, AC/DC, Billy Squier and Wings. So Billy Squier and Wings are facing each other. We don't know who the Byrds are going to face in the next round, so make sure you keep watching. But this is a tough bracket.
Yeah, it's a heavy hitter bracket.
Obviously,
yeah, a lot of big
bands.
names.
So yeah, the Dunzo list is Huey Lewis, Metallica, and Dave Matthews, Silverchair, and Jethro Tull. So we don't talk about Metallica.
Who did they lose to?
The Band.
Okay. Was I on that one?
No.
Was it your fault? No.
No, that was all Aaron's fault.
Oh,
It was all Spotify's fault.
yeah.
It was all Spotify's
Yeah.
fault. Like, yeah, that. I
Well,
don't
not
want-
Spotify's. Like they're
The
the
listeners,
fans' fan.
yes.
The
Yeah,
listeners'
I
fault.
don't. Yeah. I
At some point, we're all accountable
That's right.
for our own
The,
decisions.
the democracy of listeners on Spotify were wrong.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, don't want to relitigate it, but yeah, you could pick. If we were picking the 5 Metallica songs, that's 5-0 for Metallica.
Yeah, because Metallica could have like 50 songs deep that are phenomenal.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the
but
Unforgiven.
they took Unforgiven and what was the other one?
I don't remember. Probably. What's the other ballad on that record?
Nothing Else
Black
Matters.
Album.
Nothing Else
Yes,
Matters.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, you put those two in the top.
But they're not bad songs.
No, but the band's good. Like they got good songs.
Yeah.
It's not like the band is just a pushover. So, but anyway, we don't want to relitigate that. We had a great matchup today. So yeah, don't forget to
Smash that like button.
Or just click it, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Smash it. Where did that come from? Smash that like button. Like
You.
You
No,
started
no. I didn't start it. I stole it from the Rock and Roll Grannies. Shout out to the Rock and Roll Grannies.
Rock and Roll Grannies. That's such a. I always thought this was a cool concept for a channel, but that's the number one concept. Just 2 old ladies evaluating heavy metal.
We're big
Really?
fans. Oh yeah.
yeah.
What the hell am I doing here?
hilarious. You gotta watch it. It's amazing.
So yeah, make sure
Especially
you
when they listen to Hangar 18, Holy Wars.
Holy Wars, the punishment due.
Oh.
They get into it,
Oh, they
eh?
love it. They're like,
Come on.
this is great stuff. That's right.
So, yeah, after you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment especially if you're a huge Sloan fan.
Smash some grannies.
Even if if you weren't aware of Sloan before and you've checked them out because of us, please leave us a comment and let us know because we're always
Yeah.
interested to hear
They're-
what you think about an awesome Canadian band like that.
They're absolutely deserving of more attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Underwhelms one of my favorite songs. So, yeah. So next week is the matchup of all matchups. We had Nugent versus Bon Jovi, which I
Heavyweights.
I build that as a 3rd round matchup in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Next week we have another one of those.
Okay.
We've got Kiss
Ooh.
taking on Bob Seger.
Oh.
So that
Wow.
is a tough matchup
Wow.
because that's 2 heavy
Godzilla
hitters.
versus Mothra or something.
Exactly. But who's going to be Godzilla? Well, you're just going to have to check us out next week on Van Fights.